Getting my life together looks a little differently today. I am going around the house doing random projects that have been bothering me, getting some things off my mental to-do list that have just been weighing on me and adding up. So hopefully this gives you some motivation to do the same. I'm starting off in my freezer. I had noticed that some things had been adding up in there, things that I just wasn't going to use and needed to be thrown away, or things that had just a tiny bit left, and I just wanted to organize that quickly. I still need to do my fridge and do a thorough wipe and cleaning, but this is more almost like decluttering. So I'm decluttering the fridge and freezer and then heading off to this random little coat closet in the hallway, like right when you walk in from our garage. So it's a little dark back here, but I have a shelf up here where we keep our games, and then I just had some random white storage bins from IKEA that I've had up there that I put little extraneous things, miscellaneous things that are the kids. So I wanted to go through those and get rid of things. I started a little Goodwill box and just needed to sort through things, get rid of the extra clutter. I've done a lot of decluttering in our home, and I have a few bigger projects of decluttering that I will still try to do soon. But even just going around the house and getting rid of a few things really can help you feel a little bit better, a little bit more motivated, and also just clear your mind. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I've had this mental to-do list, and it does kind of weigh on me. Like I just get a little bit irritated here or there, seeing things that I'm like, man, I really need to clean that. I really need to fix this, but never taking the 5 minutes to do it. So finally went around the house. Here we are by our front door. We have these really nice little shelves. This is actually an entertainment center from American Furniture Warehouse, but we just use it as a little entry table. And I keep some homeschool stuff in here. I am going to be starting a homeschool schedule and doing some preschool stuff with my son again here in the fall. So I just wanted to make sure this was all cleaned out and organized. I didn't have much to declutter, but I did clear off the open shelves and set up some new systems, because I also keep some dish towels and cleaning rags over here, and just wanted to have a little bit of a cleaner, smoother system in place.
You know the world is beautiful, so beautiful. 'Cause you know the world.
If you want to talk about random things that have been bothering me and little projects, I had this random thing I bought from IKEA on top of my fridge for so long, and it just never fit in our drawer. And I was like, oh, we're gonna cut it down to size, and it's like, no, this is just ridiculous. So finally threw that away, and also some random other little things were up there, so I cleared that off, then headed to the playroom, which is definitely a place where I can feel pretty overwhelmed. The kids are at an age now where even though I do toy rotations still, they do sometimes ask for toys from downstairs. So I bring up their horses that are over in the corner and things like that. And it just gets a little bit cluttered and overwhelming. I also keep this little basket on the top of this shelf, and it gets filled with all the random junk. Like if there's a little piece of a toy that was hiding under the couch or in one of their backpacks or something, and it needs to go back down in our storage room, I just put it in there until I get the time to empty it. So I was working on actually decluttering that and getting rid of little random knick-knacky things that we've accumulated, throwing some stuff away, cleaning it up, and trying to just sort everything out. And I have that little Amazon box over there for Goodwill, and we finally dropped off our Goodwill stuff. That was part of getting my life together in this video as well. So I highly recommend, if you have some stuff you have done decluttering, just make a priority this week to actually drop it off, to actually get rid of it, because I find where I start to go into those boxes and want to keep stuff because I've just kept it around my house, and then I start to think about it. Whereas if it was just out of sight, out of mind, I would be like, yeah, that's fine. We already got rid of it. I don't actually need any of that stuff. So, little tip for you if you are trying to be a little bit more minimal as well.
Beautiful, so beautiful. And I just can't hide how I feel about you. Nothing can take that away. 'Cause you make the world so beautiful.
Of course, we have all the basic chores like vacuuming, so I'm just going in the playroom and giving it a good little vacuum. A different day, I did come back in and do some mopping, but life with toddlers, as you know, you do not typically get to do all the cleaning in one. But I moved into the kitchen, and my little girl River is eating a snack, so I was able to just pick up the counters and start wiping them down. So these are all the typical things of getting my life together, trying to sort things out. To be honest, my cleaning schedule right now is actually just based on when things bother me enough that I am motivated to get things clean and done, rather than an actual like, oh, this day I clean the counters, this day I vacuum or whatever. And yes, technically we should be like wiping down the counters every single day. I just kind of use like a wet paper towel as I go to clean little messes here or there, but to actually wipe them down with our little natural spray and give them a good clean, that does not happen as often. So here we are on a different day. This was in the evening, so we've got the lights on, but I just got this urge to declutter the pantry. It had been bothering me. We have all these good organization bins, and I like these like big white bins, but things were just kind of getting lost in there at the same time. So I needed to set up a new system. I just wanted it to be more functional. I wanted to look in the pantry and feel like it looked a little bit prettier and cleaner, because that makes me feel organized and put together, which just helps clear some of that mental space. And I'm so glad that I did this. I highly recommend trying to find the time and energy, and it never takes as long as you think. Maybe I shouldn't say never, but I feel like we always make these projects out to be much harder and bigger than they actually are. So if you have the urge to clean and declutter, just act on that urge and make it happen. I started to take things out one by one this time rather than take everything out, but I did kind of end up taking all things out and working on them individually, so it worked out really well, and I'm so glad again that I finished this project finally. It's something that just really needs to be done probably every like few months, especially with all the snacks for kids.
I was restless and stranded on my own. Time seems endless, but nothing's going on. But you came round and turned it upside down. You saved me when I was out.
I've had these little containers since our last house when I organized our pantry really well and tried to make it like the home edit, if you remember that show on Netflix. And I wanted to just make everything like super minimal and beautiful, and it's like partially functional and realistic and partially not. Like, how much time do I want to spend refilling these clear containers? I don't know, but when I have the time, I do feel like it looks so much more presentable and makes me like want to reach for these things and just visually like able to see what snacks and things we have. So I do like these, and so far the system is still working after a couple weeks, so I'm going to probably continue doing that with the kids' snacks and everything. And now I'm going in on a different day with my trusty mop vacuum machine thing. I love this thing. I highly recommend, if you are at all interested in testing one out, I give you the thumbs up. I think you should test it out. It's been so great when our whole main level of our house is, other than like one room, but everything else is hardwood floor, and to mop that would just be like so much. So to be able to vacuum and mop at the same time rather than like sweep the whole thing and then do one of the like regular kind of mops, I'm so bad about that. I literally never did it in our last house. So here I am doing way better if I just use this little machine. So we found ours on Amazon. Amazon Prime Days already happened, but they always have good deals, and I'm sure there'll be more deals coming up in the fall. I think there's another Amazon Prime Day, right? In October or something. I don't know. I did things a little backwards though, and I cleaned the table after vacuum mopping, which is not the best idea, but that's okay. I still got both done, and this little orchid flower thing is going strong, so that's nice. I'm sure all the petals are going to be going away at some point. And then do you still keep it? Like, if anyone knows, I should probably just Google how to take care of this plant, but it's been lasting for months, so it really is beautiful, and I love having that little bit of life in the dining room. Something that has really helped in my kitchen is what the Minimal Mom here on YouTube recommends, which is having cleared counters, like don't have anything out. We do now have this knife set out that my husband bought at Costco. He always buys the most random things at Costco. I thought our old knife set was just fine, but he needed better, sharper knives. So we do have this out, but other than that, I keep our counters very clean. I put the toaster away. I don't keep anything out, and that helps me just keep things wiped down and cleaned. As for the stove, I have no good tips. I'm really bad about cleaning it, but here I am wiping it down, and that is going to finish off this getting it all done, getting my life together, cleaning video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more, and I will see you next time.